322 Northwest 15th in Heritage Hills. Love the neighborhood. I was initially attracted to it when I was moving here from North Carolina, from the East Coast. Just love the mature trees and the very traditional, almost East Coast feel to the houses and so forth. And then Corey and I have been looking in the neighborhood for a really long time, for about a couple of years, trying to find the right house. And then this one came on the market.
We actually bought it on our lunch break.
Yeah.
We came to look at it just to see it, to be looky-loos, and fell in love with, I mean, the house has got all the preserved history, you know, no one ever painted the wood, and everyone's always loved it, so I think that's what really made us want to buy this house. So.
We really wanted something that had a lot of original features and hadn't been gutted and modernized, so it fit the bill. So it was built in 1916 by the Wyckoff family, Frank J. Wyckoff, who was one of the early settlers of Payne County in Stillwater, founding father of Stillwater. Actually was one of the ones instrumental in bringing Oklahoma A&M to Stillwater, which now of course is Oklahoma State University. And then in the teens, 19-teens, he moved to Oklahoma City and founded a bank called Tradesman's National Bank. And I think everybody on the block at the time was bankers. This was a banker's row. And so he built the house in 1916, served it as his own contractor. So there's a lot of really unique features to the house that don't really fit a particular style, because I think he and his wife just picked whatever they liked and kind of put it in the house. And they lived here until the end of the 1920s, and when they moved to Los Angeles. And then the McQueens moved into the house, IR and Jasmine McQueen, who lived here from the 20s until the 70s. And so really the biggest stamp on the house, I think, came from the McQueen era. And we were fortunate enough, Corey, with his attorney skills, tracked down the grandniece of the McQueens and got some original photographs of the time that they lived here. Well, it was an English Manor style house, and because it had so many quirky features in it too, a little bit of arts and crafts, a couple of touches of Victorian, there wasn't really a set historical style that we tried to keep up with. We tried to kind of be what it would be like in that era, in the teens and the 20s. Most of our furniture, we've tried to pick transitional pieces, things that aren't too modern but aren't exactly antiques either, because neither of those are really our style. When we renovated the kitchen and the master bathroom, that had both been redone in the 70s and not done very historically, we tried to give a little bit of modern but also make it look like something that might have been done at that time. So black and white, white tile and so forth. So we've tried to keep some historical style but still make it comfortable and up to date.
What we redid, so. And that was a back porch that they converted into a mudroom. I really like this room, because some days when it's hot or we've done a lot of yard work, I will just stand in here and look at our garden, because you get a view of like the vegetable garden, and when the roses are in bloom they look beautiful too. I think that it's a real neighborhood. I think if you ask anyone who lives in Heritage Hills, this is a true neighborhood. We know our neighbors, we love our neighbors, we help our neighbors. I think that's the most appealing part. I think people don't realize how friendly Oklahoma City is, that it's just such a unique, friendly place. You know, we've had open arms, you know. We don't actually fit the status quo, obviously, but you never know that with the people around us that surround us in this neighborhood. So I think just the comfort that you get a real home here. So that's what I love about Oklahoma. That's why I stayed in Oklahoma.
We just really feel like we found a wonderful sense of community. I echo what Corey has said. And we love historic neighborhoods, and it seems, I think a lot of people think it would be rather stodgy and staid and older couples, and there's a whole range of ages here, but it's a very warm, welcoming neighborhood, and we love the older house.
Yeah, I mean there are all ranges. Some of our best friends, he's 65 and she's 60, and we hang out with them every Wednesday night for martini on their porch. But we can walk across the street, and that's what's so great about this. For 100 years, people have been going to their neighbor's house, having a drink, and walking home. So it just, you know, it's just this history part of it. So it's just kind of a neat. We love living here. Right? We love the house. This is where like the men would come up and smoke their cigars. This was that room. Because you'll notice this room has the same floors that carried, like that tiger eye Corson oak. It carried through. The other rooms all have maple. But this is our room. This is where we hang out. Sometimes we have breakfast in our little tower. But I'll show you. I've never seen this in a house before. These windows, these go down into the wall, and these go up into the wall. So you get a full space. So it's a true porch. So that way you can get as much ventilation as possible for the summertime. And then that hides it, so it just looks like there was no window here at all. This is the dining room.
Yeah, and Rob was there too. Yes.
And it's got, this beautiful wood, and then we've got this little hidey hole over here that was built into the panel. We think this may have been storage for the leaves of the table, or it was storage for the hoses that go to the central vac. We actually still have that machine down in the basement, and it is a monster. But this house was built with the central vac system.